Good morning and welcome to Ride and Shine Cruisin' Mornings right here on WEAC TV24, brought to you by Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Anniston. It is Thursday, March 23rd, and we are so happy to start our day with you. We have special guests in the house from Gadsden State. We have Blake Lewis, who's the athletic director, and Ryan Clark, and the baseball coach, and Ryan Clark, who is the head softball coach. So welcome, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And we also have our friend, Bo Starkey with Average Joe's and right here with TV24. And I told Bo yesterday, I said, we're going to be talking about sports, so come join us. So thank you, Bo, because we all know if we've watched the show, I appreciate sports, but I don't know much about them. So I thought maybe Bo could help shine some light on that. And there's a lot of exciting things happening at Gadsden State with the new sports complex. What, a $10.1 million facility? Is that the correct number? Mm-hmm. Wow. And that's due to the groundbreaking is set to happen soon, right?
Yeah, next week.
All
yeah,
right.
We're excited about that. Very, very fortunate, and we're ready for shovels to get into the ground.
Yeah. Well, that's what, April 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's really exciting. Well, let's get to know you a little bit. Blake, tell us about you. So you're the athletic director and you're the head baseball coach.
Yep. Got here in June and was coaching at a different school in our conference, and I've been doing it for a little while now. So back when Gadsden had a program, fortunate, and I had told my wife, I said if they ever decided to bring it back, it would be one of the few junior college opportunities that I would really want to pursue. And I was just very fortunate that when they decided to bring it back, they pursued, and I pursued, and we're here. So.
And that was June of 2022?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So we, when they decided to reinstate baseball and softball, they needed a coach, and they gave me a year to get the roster put together and scheduling and all that stuff, and so we're here.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you seem really excited about it.
I am. I'm really excited. The community there has been awesome. Obviously, the Dr. Murphy has done an exceptional job with just athletics and just the campus in general. A lot of improvements from not just athletics, but just the campus as a whole. But my wife and I, we have 3 kids, and we're Gadsdenites now, so we're here, and it's been awesome since moving up here. So we're excited.
Where'd you move from?
We lived in Helena.
Okay.
My wife is the volleyball coach and the athletic director for female sports for Gadsden City High School. So, and we have 3 young kids, so we're always running and gunning in the community.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bo was saying he interviewed your wife, and I'm guessing that's what for volleyball for high school, because Bo is all things high school.
Yeah, and she does a fantastic job over there, kind of resurrecting the Gadsden City volleyball program. It had been down on hard times, and she had a proven track record. So yeah, he's not the only athletic director in the family.
Yeah.
But yeah, Coach, ever since you took over there, I agree with you. One thing about Etowah County, Calhoun County, they can compete with any county in the state, in my opinion, in baseball. And I think you know that from the high school level. But what was it that enticed you? Was it how talent-rich this area is in baseball, or was it the community, or what brought you into Gadsden State?
Yeah, it was really kind of all of those things. I knew just from recruiting kids in the past, and when Gadsden had shut their program down, I was able to come up here and kind of plug a few to come down to Birmingham and play for me. And but just the community itself, and knowing people that had grew up in Etowah and Calhoun County, and they were just good folks. And it is a baseball-rich place.
Yeah.
I told somebody yesterday when I was recruiting, I said, it's kind of one of the few places that football hadn't taken over fully yet. So that makes it very, very exciting.
Exactly. Another thing that I noticed, I heard this, I don't know this to be true, but I heard you had like a phenomenal amount of kids that came out to try to play for you.
Oh, man.
One time it was 100, I heard that, or was that?
Yeah, it was over 100.
It was over 100. That's incredible.
That was like the first tryout we had.
Yeah.
I remember it partially because the number was big, and that was certainly encouraging. And the other side of that, my pitching machine went down like 3 batters in, so I had to throw to everybody. So I'm still a little sore.
Wasn't Nolan Ryan threw 212 balls in a game? You'd be all right.
Yeah.
I'm sure you threw a lot more than 212 that day.
Yeah. We're just built different.
That's right. It's like cut from the same cloth.
That's right.
So how do you narrow that down? How many do you end up putting on your team?
You know, that's the challenge, I think, with any coach, that we certainly we're both, I would speak for softball too here, we're both in a place to where a lot of people have some interest in coming in and playing for us. And so it's just trying to watch as much as we can, observe as much as we can, and kind of do some digging into the character of the kids, just to make sure that you're bringing the right kind of kid in to help you build your program and your culture. And so it's we're not always right, you know, but we do enough homework and try to do our very, very best due diligent process to bring the right person in there to help us. So yeah, it's a process for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. And speaking of other people involved, Brian, so you're the head softball coach.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was August of 2023? Okay. So tell us about that. Tell us about softball and how that came about.
Well, my softball journey started way back. I was able to work at the community college level, then move up to the Division I level at Jacksonville State, and worked for some really great coaches. And you know, that really got my interest in softball. So then when I left there, I spent the next 8 years at the high school level. This job came open. I just felt like it was a calling for me to apply for it, and a lot of things had to work in my favor, and applied for it, and here we are. So, you know, that was kind of the process that got me to where we're at right now. So.
Yeah. So what was it about Ryan that made you decide, yes, that's got to be our softball coach?
Well, I was really drawn to his track record in terms of being at multiple levels, you know, and not just being at multiple levels, but having success at multiple levels. And I think just with where we are, and I guess, you know, where we were when we hired him, and we needed someone who had that experience, and we needed someone who had success at all those levels. And to me, I thought that was a really important ingredient when it came to building a softball program. I think that was one of the things that that people tend to forget, that we weren't necessarily just trying to hire just a coach. We needed someone who can only coach but also help us build a program and had the experience. And you know, in order for us to be able to be successful down the road, we have to really make sure we lay that foundation right. So his experience certainly was awesome, you know, to have, and the fact that he was interested in us was just a really blessing.
Yeah.
You know, and so he's done a phenomenal job of coming in and hitting the ground running and getting some good players signed, and he has not slowed down at all since being here. So,
Yeah, Coach, when you took over the job, you know, you guys are starting practice this fall, and then you'll play in the spring of 25, correct, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first order of business when you hit the ground running here? Because, as you said, much like baseball, it's a talent-rich area. You know the teams. You coached at Sylvania, which is a small community, but a very...
Well, I had a good connection with a lot of the high school coaches around here. Obviously, there's several 3A schools in the area that I had played against. You know, I played against some of the larger ones too, and I knew the talent level that was here. So the first thing that I really made sure that I had to do was get into the local schools. I had to talk to the local coaches. I think I texted 28 coaches the night that I got the job, and told them that I got the job and that I'd be talking to them pretty soon about players. And that was the first thing I was able to do. Was as soon as I got the job, I was in contact with the local coaches, and just because I know the talent that's in this area.
And coaches that are really good coaches that get these young ladies and young men prepared for the next level. A lot of these coaches in this very area do that. What have you seen from your side in the recruiting standpoint? What are you looking for in a good softball player?
I'm looking for somebody first that's got good character. You know, somebody with good character and good work ethic. We can do a lot of things with that. So that's the first thing we're looking for, and then obviously we're looking for a great athlete. You know, and when you've got that, it's kind of a perfect storm. You got somebody with a good character and they're a good athlete. You're going to have a lot of success down the road.
I'd like to ask each one of you gentlemen this question. Having the state tournament and regional tournaments right here in our area, you know, the softball, the regionals up there at Sand Mountain, and then the state right here in Oxford, how much of a benefit is that for you from a recruiting standpoint, having both of those in your backyard?
well, I mean, for baseball, it's certainly a lot more convenient. You know, I think it's an easier selling point when it comes to us having conversations with parents and even just the kids in general. You know, you're going to not only grow as a player within our program in this area, but whenever it comes to playing at a higher level, when it comes to state championships and regionals and things like that, being, you know, just a short little bus ride down the road is certainly super convenient for them. And Oxford is such an awesome town, and you know, I was able to come up where I was at previous here for the state tournament, and just the hospitality that's here makes it very, very comfortable, you know. And so now we're being up here, and I probably would say the same thing for softball, is once we're able to get to these tournaments, the crowds should get a whole lot bigger, because hopefully we have a huge following come with us. So it's a lot more convenient, I think, for parents, for the kids that we have that are local kids that are on our rosters, but just the people in our community in general. It's an easier trip for them to come over here to support us. So I'm excited about that.
Absolutely.
And for softball, I agree with Coach. You know, just it's very convenient that all that is up here. I tell people all the time that Albertville regional at the end of the year, in my opinion, I think that's the best regional in the state. Now, there's great teams in all the regionals and all that, but just having that right down the road is going to be phenomenal, to be able to go and just sit and see several great athletes and great teams play all at one time. And then, of course, the state tournament here. You know, that's even closer than Albertville for us. So, you know, we've got a very quick drive to the best teams in the state, and get to see a lot of players that way.
Absolutely.
Well, we have lots more to talk about and many more questions. Bo, thanks so much for being here, asking those great questions. We're going to have to take a little short break right now, but stay tuned. You're watching Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings, brought to you by Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, right here on WEAC TV24. We'll be right back.
Good morning, everyone. Today we can expect mostly cloudy skies, with the high getting all the way up to 66 degrees and a cold low of 40 degrees tonight, and we won't see any rain today, tomorrow, or Saturday. Tomorrow it's going to be beautiful, sunny skies all day with a high of 72, and Saturday partly cloudy skies with a high of 77. It's going to be beautiful. I'm Lacey Clont with your TV24 weather.
Hey everyone, I am here with Ed Pyle, General Manager at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Ed, why should someone stop by here when they are looking to make a car purchase?
To give us the opportunity to show you the new management team here at Greenway, and also give you the opportunity to meet some of the sales associates that we have. Experience maybe something with the service department. Also, we have a large parts department. We have a lot of different things here at Greenway that we can offer. Come see us today at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Parents, I have something that'll teach your child how to follow directions and finish what they start. I'm talking about STEM. That's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Now we're having a free STEM extravaganza on Saturday, April 20th at the City Meeting Center in Anniston. Registration is free at academics.com. It's going to be STEM-tastic.
At Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Hey everybody, this is Roper & Son Septic Service. I'm Ashley Roper. This is my dad, Dwight Roper. And this is Mr. Phil Wiggins. And we're licensed and insured for pumping and for installing. If you can't use, you can. Let Ashley Roper be your septic tank man. Y'all have a blessed day.
I'm Lacey Klontz with your WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95 Second News Update. 20-year-old Anne-Marie Curry was arrested Tuesday, March 26, for her involvement in a hit-and-run incident that left a 4-year-old injured. According to the Anniston police, a vehicle struck the child on McDaniel Avenue on Saturday, March 16th. The driver then fled the scene. The child was airlifted to a hospital and was treated for a broken leg. Curry has been charged with a felony hit and run. World Changers will be in Oxford July 23rd through 26th. Per their website, World Changers construction projects are mission trips designed specifically for student ministries eager to serve in the capacity of construction missions. World Changers partners with local city agencies and churches to mobilize volunteers needed to help them serve local residents. Participants spend a week serving on crews with students and adults from other churches, completing assignments ranging from painting and roofing to building handicap ramps, all to improve the quality of life for local residents. If you would like to get involved, pick up an application from Alan Atkinson at the Oxford City Clerk's office today, as it is the last day to apply. Tune in to WEAC TV 24 tonight for more local news at 5. For WEAC TV 24 and the Mountain 95.1, I'm Lacey Klontz.
Welcome back to Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here on WEAC TV 24, brought to you by Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is Thursday morning, March the 28th. It's about 7:45 in the morning, and we are talking Gadsden State sports. So we have Blake and Ryan with us with the athletic department there at Gadsden State, and our friend Bo Starkey with Average Joe's Sports Talk. So yeah, let's talk some more about sports and all the exciting things that are happening over there at Gadsden State. So, Bo, I know you just have lots of questions.
Yeah, we could sit here till midnight asking questions. Coach, going back with you, being the athletic director there at Gadsden State, you know, there's a lot of people in the community that wants to see Gadsden State do well in all things, and it's a very special place. And could you talk about some of the benefits there if someone did choose to come to Gadsden State? Because it's a beautiful community. It's located right there on the water. You guys are upgrading facilities, it seems like, all the time. The JUCO level is actually better in some situations than other situations,
Right.
and I'll let you talk about some of those.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing for what I tell folks is, you know, Gadsden is it's not a small town. You know, that's one of the things you find with a lot of community colleges throughout our state. It's kind of tucked away in a little smaller part, rural part. But for us, we're able to give a bigger city feel, but the community is so supportive that it brings a little bit of small town vibe to it as well. You know, and I think just from what Gadsden State offers, that's a huge thing. I mean, we have a great coaching staff, like you mentioned. You know, just us trying to continue to upgrade facilities so that all of our sports continue to improve and thrive. And you know, I think in today's kid, facilities is a big deal. You know, and so you know, we've got some good coaches in place, and as we continue to upgrade those facilities, more and more people are starting to kind of go, okay, like Gadsden's really serious about this. And you know, I've been blown away at how much support that we get from the community and how many people that want to see us succeed and are willing to help. I mean, that's been amazing, you know, and just from the athletic director side, the coaching side, and even our players feel that a little bit. So that it's a special place.
No, there ain't no doubt about it. And same thing for you, Coach. And you know, you grew up not too far from here, just a short drive over. Like Sylvania, I think, is 40-something minutes from Gadsden. But since you've arrived here, and you talk to the girls about coming to Gadsden State, what are some of the things you're telling them?
You know, this is not your typical community college atmosphere, like Coach was saying. You still get the community college feel, but it's more of a it's more of a big college feel at times. You know, you're spread out. Our campus is laid out great. You know, our facilities are going to be state of the art. So, you know, our community support, like Coach was saying, it's unreal. Even when I could be walking in Walmart and have a softball shirt on, and you know somebody has to stop and talk to me about it. You know, it's amazing that the excitement that's surrounding these programs, and the fact that we're going to bring it back is amazing.
Coach, you coached at the baseball level and softball at the high school level, so you know the recruiting from the coach's standpoint. What are some of the things you could tell some of these coaches, high school coaches, that are wanting to get their kids to the next level, kind of help springboard that process?
Well, really, just to try to get those kids in front of us, reach out about us. There's kids all over this state that go unnoticed all the time, and I've seen that from the small high school level. There's kids all over this state. Coach ended up finding one yesterday that they just get unnoticed, and they're great players, great athletes, great academically, and you know. The thing is to just try to get those kids in front of us and bring our attention to some of these, especially when you're in a town of 700 to 1,000 people. You know,
no, absolutely.
You know, it's not every day that they get seen by everybody. But you know, we offer camps, we offer showcases, we do all kinds of things, and just to try to help us really encourage the players to get in front of us.
I asked both of you gentlemen this question. You know, travel is a big thing now, travel teams. When you're going out looking for talent, how much do you watch school ball? How much do you watch travel ball? And is there a 50-50 split, or is it more one way or the other?
It's you know, unfortunately, with us being in season, it makes it a little tougher for us to watch all the high school games.
Gotcha.
So we have to lean on the summer stuff.
Gotcha.
And you know, for me, it's really important for me to still communicate with a high school coach. You know, these high school coaches are with them every single day. They're walking the hallways with them. They're familiar with them. They've kind of seen these kids grow up. So when it comes to just learning about their character and what they respond well to, what they don't respond well to, how are they as a teammate, how are they as a student. Like, there's a lot of benefit of us communicating with those high school coaches. It's just the unfortunate side that we just get to get out more and see them in these summer league tournaments and these travel tournaments, and you know, so that's kind of where kind of the initial spark starts. And just because of the seasons and how we overlap, it just makes it tough for us to get out and see them during the high school season.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Both of you gentlemen feel the same way about that, I'm sure.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
But you know, a lot of these coaches, they can't pull the wool over you in this area, right?
Yeah.
No
Lynn,
doubt.
you can always watch Average Joe's Sports Talk too.
Now,
like,
right.
and all of our we do all of the cover a lot of the baseball
Yes.
and all sports right here.
Yeah, we do a lot of shedding light on some of those smaller towns, and I can't tell you how many times I've had college coaches come up to me and say, hey, you know, I can name 3 or 4 in basketball right now that's gotten scholarships. And they're like, we didn't even know who that was. Right.
Well, and I was going to say the same thing. There's kids that have come on to my radar just from the baseball standpoint, all because of Average Joe's and the social media side.
I appreciate that, Coach.
Awesome.
Nice plug.
Yeah.
That's good. That's why you do it, right?
You know, I sat with Madonna Thompson at the regional basketball tournament, and those who do know who that is, she's Shelton State's coach, and she does a phenomenal job up there. But she said that. She said, you know, it's we can't be everywhere at once. We just can't, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we'll lean on you guys, or it may be somewhere else. We see something that sparks our attention, we'll immediately go look that person up, and that's a blessing to have a platform like that.
Yeah, we need to block her from Average
Yeah, let's get her out of here.
here.
Yeah, hey, she's done enough damage.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. But another thing you guys have is when you get these kids in, and you said it best, you go to their high school coach, because that's character. You know what kind of character they've developed over time. But when you get these guys in, you got to make them come into your culture. Can you talk about that a little bit? Because it may be set up completely different than or what they played in on travel, or definitely travel, but even their high school team.
Yeah, for baseball, I think it is it's a unique situation, and I try to warn even the parents. You know, when they come into it, these kids are moving away from home for the first time. So they're having to learn to manage their time. They're having to get into a new culture, a new dugout, a new locker room, new friends. they're around a whole lot more talent, so they're having to deal with, are they good enough, on top of being away from home, being away from their normal friends. You know, it's a new journey for them right when they start, you know, as a freshman, and then you have to just balance, can they make the transition to a higher level of competition? You know, junior college athletics and baseball and softball, it's a really good league.
Different world.
And in this state, it's really good. And so just the pace of play has got to get better. And so there's a lot of nurturing, there's a lot of maturing that happens within that freshman that is fun to watch, but it is a big jump, you know, and I think that's the great part of junior college. It can be difficult, you know, because by the time they kind of figure it out, they're transitioning into that 4-year level.
That's right. Yeah. Absolutely.
And you know, really the one of the main things I tell the softball players, you know, when they're coming in, the biggest change for them is going to be that this is year-round now. Mm-hmm. You're not playing volleyball. You're not playing basketball. You know, it's year-round. It's a commitment. It's a job now. You know, and that's one of the biggest things I believe when you're talking about a high school player coming in, is the fact of, you know, high school only gets a certain amount of hours after Christmas to start working with them. But you know, as soon as we get on campus, we're full speed all the way through until the end of the last day of May when you finish playing. That, and then like Coach was saying, the competition level. You know, we're going after everybody's best player. So you get a team full of everybody's best players. Yeah. Somebody's sitting on the bench.
Yeah,
you know?
There's no doubt.
And being able to learn with that and really find a role on the team is huge.
Another thing I got to ask each one of you guys, and the transfer portal has changed everything. It's changed everything from a recruiting standpoint. It's changed everything from building a team, because now, you know, you may go get someone who was a super high-rated person that maybe didn't work out at a 4-year. It's very common now, actually. So it makes it a little bit more difficult for a kid that's in high school to get a scholarship to go play with you guys. Can you guys talk about that a little bit?
We got to take a quick break right now, but I don't even know what the transfer portal is, so I'm
about to find
interested
out.
in learning all about that. So stay tuned. If you want to know what the transfer portal is, then stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break. You're watching Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings, brought to you by Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Make sure to stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good morning, everyone. Today we can expect mostly cloudy skies with a high getting all the way up to 66 degrees and a cold low of 40 degrees tonight, and we won't see any rain today, tomorrow, or Saturday. Tomorrow it's going to be beautiful, sunny skies all day with a high of 72, and Saturday partly cloudy skies with a high of 77. It's going to be beautiful. I'm Lacey Clont with your TV24 weather.
Hey everyone, I am here with Ed Pyle, General Manager at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Ed, why should someone stop by here when they are looking to make a car purchase?
To give us the opportunity to show you the new management team here at Greenway, and also give you the opportunity to meet some of the sales associates that we have. Experience maybe something with the service department. Also, we have a large parts department. We have a lot of different things here at Greenway that we can offer. Come see us today at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
You need strength, resilience, and hope to face life challenges. and I found all 3 at Gaston State Community College. I'm Jada Pickens, an Office Administration student at Gaston State's Ayers campus in Anniston. Along with attending classes, I work full-time. Life is very demanding. There's a real sense of support at Gaston State. The faculty and staff care about us as individuals and want us to thrive in the classroom and in life. Thank you, Gaston State, for giving me the wings to fly to new, unexpected heights.
Hi, Jake, Regional Vice President of LSI Staffing. LSI Staffing is a privately owned and family-operated business that was established in 1986. We specialize in commercial, light industrial staffing, warehouse, manufacturing, production, and assembly. If you're a company in the area looking for a new staffing partner, we'd love to talk to you. If you're an employee looking for a great job that offers benefits day one and competitive pay, come see us. Once again, you can find us at www.lsistaffing.com.
I'm Lacey Klontz with your WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95 Second News Update. 20-year-old Anne-Marie Curry was arrested Tuesday, March 26, for her involvement in a hit-and-run incident that left a 4-year-old injured. According to the Anniston police, a vehicle struck the child on McDaniel Avenue on Saturday, March 16th. The driver then fled the scene. The child was airlifted to a hospital and was treated for a broken leg. Curry has been charged with a felony hit and run. World Changers will be in Oxford July 23rd through 26th. Per their website, World Changers construction projects are mission trips designed specifically for student ministries eager to serve in the capacity of construction missions. World Changers partners with local city agencies and churches to mobilize volunteers needed to help them serve local residents. Participants spend a week serving on crews with students and adults from other churches, completing assignments ranging from painting and roofing to building handicap ramps, all to improve the quality of life for local residents. If you would like to get involved, pick up an application from Alan Atkinson at the Oxford City Clerk's office today, as it is the last day to apply. Tune in to WEAC TV24 tonight for more local news at 5. For WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95.1, I'm Lacey Klontz.
Welcome back to Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here on WEAC TV24. It is 8 o'clock this morning, Thursday, March the 28th, and we are talking about baseball and softball and athletics there at Gadsden State. So, Bo, when we went to commercial break, you had just asked about a transfer portal. And so let's continue that. What is a transfer portal?
I'm going to let Coach answer this,
okay.
But Coach's face lit up when I said transfer portal, so I'm sure he has a lot to say about this.
Yeah, the portal is just it's just a different avenue for kids to basically hop from one school to another. The NCAA has kind of changed some ruling on that to make that a little bit more free at that 4-year level for them to be able to do that. There used to be some restrictions and some things that permitted that from happening, to where kids, if they went to another school, they had to sit out a year. Now they've taken that away, so they can kind of go from school to school. So it's made it very difficult, I think, at the top, and it just trickles down, you know. And I think there's some pros and cons to it. You know, I think there's some benefits to it, but I think ultimately it makes it it creates more of a challenge for coaches, and you know, for us, it has made our league a whole lot better, just because of the talent that's out there, and you know, but it does make it difficult for a coach because, you know, it gives these kids the illusion that they have a choice, you know, and if you don't do what they want, they can just hop somewhere else, and that makes it difficult. So it kind of goes back into the character and the culture of what we're trying to build, and make sure we have the right kids on the front end. So relationships should matter, you know, with those kids. So.
Wow, why did they do that? Why did they create this transfer portal?
That is the $1 million question.
Okay. So
What I've noticed is, and Coach mentioned this off the camera, there's been a log jam because players literally could get an extra year because of COVID. So you had that, then you had the COVID pandemic. Well, then now the transfer portal and the NIL, all this hit at once, and it's a bit of chaos, honestly, all the way up to the 4-year level down to JUCOs, and it's kind of messed cycle, so to speak, of recruiting up, how it's done. And so we get asked all the time. So having these guys on to explain that definitely is going to help us explain to parents, because we'll get high school parents come to me, I don't understand with my kid. And, but I remember, you know, there's a lot more intangibles go into recruiting than just that. And Bucky McMillan I had interviewed before, and he said that, you know, one of the best quotes I've ever heard a coach say. He was talking about, you know, parents that say something negative about his program, or, you know, little Johnny's better than Timmy and this, that, and other. And he said a lot of these kids are getting ruined at the dinner table by what their parents are saying. And he said they're alienating them from the program. So, you know, why would he go push a kid that's not even doing what I need him to do here?
Right.
So he's like, I can't push a kid because I don't trust them. You know what I mean? So I'm not. It makes sense, you know. Like he said, it's, you know, they're ruining them in that situation. But we get asked all the time, so letting these guys shed a little bit of light on that, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably to put it in easier terms is the transfer portal has just created another avenue for players and coaches to find themselves. You know, where it probably makes it a little bit more difficult for smaller town kids to be seen. So that's why it's important to try to get out as much as you can and get seen as much as you can, because I think deep down there's still some coaches out there that still have a respect for traditional recruiting, you know, and they're not doing their shopping just in the portal. You know, that's a stressful thing in itself. But so that's just to help you understand the portal.
Seems like you would want that commitment, though, and that would be a downfall of the portal. Like you said, like the kids, if things aren't working out, they can just know that they can just go somewhere else, or they have that ability to change up, and they don't have that commitment there.
Yeah, welcome to coaching.
Oh, no.
To me, I call it the TikTok generation.
Yeah.
It's instant gratification, and it's, you know, stimulation over and over. It's the attention span's not there. And then ultimately, in my opinion, this is Bo Starkey speaking here, it's kind of the take your ball and go home if things ain't going your way in your mindset.
Well, a lot of these kids have been raised in this highlight reel generation. Correct. Right? You know, they see a 30-second clip of highlights and they forget it took probably 3 hours for that kid to put 30 seconds together. So, and it's a challenge, because I think as coaches you're constantly having to remind them, like, hey, there's going to be some failure involved. There is a process. That 30-second highlight reel took about 3.5 days, you know, so it's not going to come easy. You know, and I think that instant gratification that you referenced is certainly spot on. So that makes it a little bit more difficult today in today's kid.
If it's too tough, just give up and then just move on to the next thing.
Yep.
And that's not.
It's not real life.
Tough. No, it's not.
You know, because when they do transition in the workforce, that's not an option.
No.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why it's really very important that you see this through, in my opinion. Because when you know, if you go to work at, just say, Honda manufacturer, wherever it may be, and all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're like, I just don't like this, I'm going to the house. Well, then the kids don't eat, you lose your car, you lose your house. It's not an option. So I agree with Coach on that aspect.
Yeah, that's tough. Well.
It's eye-opening to her.
It is eye-opening to me. It's a bummer too, because I have teenagers in my house and I see that, and we try to instill that, you know, stick with it, and if it's tough, just get out and try harder.
Well, and I think in today's climate, those kids that do persevere, their chances of being able to just drastically move up in whatever organization that they're a part of, whatever job it is it's greater today than it probably ever has been, you know, because it is easier for kids just to kind of back away and go on to something else. If you just have a little bit of grit about you, you can excel a whole lot quicker than you did back in the old day.
Yeah.
I've got a question to ask each one of you guys. I know Courtney's going to talk to you about some of the projects going on at Gadsden State momentarily, but when you get a multi-sport athlete in there now, somebody that's had to divide their time up, sometimes even in thirds, that play all three of the major sports, what's that growth like when they turn the lights off on those other two sports? Have y'all seen some tremendous upsides to some kids that's got in that's a three-sport athlete?
Go ahead,
when it's just baseball or softball 24/7?
Yeah, I mean, you see when you go out and you watch the players and you know that she's just playing softball, and you know, that's probably, she's close to her peak when she leaves high school. And then you see these players that are playing 3 sports, and you say, you know, that kid's really good already. Just, I can't wait to see what she can do if she's, you know, practicing softball from August until May. You know, you see that big jump when you get the multi-sport athletes in there. Now, I mean, you see a jump with all athletes when they get there, but the multi-sport athletes, you really see when they actually get to devote their time. You know, being at the high school level, it is hard for them to be able to split that time. I was probably a little hard on some of my players before. You know, you want them in the cages, you want them doing this, but they just had a 3-hour basketball practice.
Yeah.
You know, they want to go home, you know.
That's right.
But when they're able to do that year round, you see a pretty good jump in them.
No doubt.
Yeah, and I think for baseball too. I mean, one kid that comes to mind is a previous player. He actually was going to go play Division I football, but he was a really good baseball player. And matter of fact, I never didn't even know who the kid was. I was actually going to watch a different kid at the game, and he got my attention as a junior. And then when a year later, I actually went and watched a different kid play and called the high school coach. I said, hey, whatever happened to, you know, this kid? And he said, actually, he's not going to go play football. He wants to play baseball. And I said, I want him. And once he committed 100% of his focus and his time, he certainly was a great athlete. He was able to turn himself into a really good baseball player and played in the SEC and did really well. Had the opportunity to play pro ball. So it was fun to watch that happen. You know, I love multiple sport athletes because you learn so much, and I think it improves your athleticism. And then by the time they get to us, once they can focus 100% of their time on their craft, it's fun to watch how fast they can get going.
No doubt.
I'm sure it's fun to follow them too. Do you still keep in touch with a lot of your athletes?
Yeah. That's been the most rewarding thing. I think I've been doing it long enough now to where kids that I coached, 15, 20 years ago, that they'll send me a text and say, "Thanks, Coach. I get it now." And it's because I'm hard on our guys, and but when they text me and they say, it makes sense now, and I appreciate everything. I'm like, well, you know what? That's a win.
Makes it worth it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I know we're going to dive into the facility that you get to give your players a chance to play. That's amazing. $10.1 million facility, a huge sports complex that's happening at Gadsden State, and there's so many cool things. And so when we get back from our next break, we're going to dive into all things facility and give a little sneak peek about what is to happen there on the Wallace Drive campus of Gadsden State. So we're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. You're watching Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here on WEAC TV 24. We'll be right back.
Good morning, everyone. Today we can expect mostly cloudy skies with the high getting all the way up to 66 degrees and a cold low of 40 degrees tonight, and we won't see any rain today, tomorrow, or Saturday. Tomorrow it's going to be beautiful, sunny skies all day with a high of 72, and Saturday partly cloudy skies with a high of 77. It's going to be beautiful. I'm Lacey Clance with your TV 24 weather.
Hey everyone, I am here with Ed Pyle, General Manager at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Ed, why should someone stop by here when they are looking to make a car purchase?
To give us the opportunity to show you the new management team here at Greenway, and also give you the opportunity to meet some of the sales associates that we have. Experience maybe something with the service department. Also, we have a large parts department. We have a lot of different things here at Greenway that we can offer. Come see us today at Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Gardens on Air is a unique farm right here in East Central Alabama, family owned and operated since 2010. It is the state's largest indoor hydroponic farm. Gardens on Air's goal is to feed, educate, and be immersed in the community they are located in. They want to teach people what it truly means to eat local and support local. Gardens on Air, located in Hopes Bluff, Alabama.
What's going on, everybody? Scoot from Hooligan Harley, your one-stop shop for all your motorcycle needs, ranging anywhere from our new and pre-owned motorcycle inventory, all the parts and accessories you could ever ask for in our parts department, all the gear you could ever need while riding in our motor clothes department, and of course our award-winning service department. Don't forget to check out our events tab on our website to keep up with everything we got going on. And remember, guys, if nobody has it, Hooligan has it. I'll see you soon.
Barrett Body Shop has been providing honest and quality collision repair services to the residents of Calhoun County since the year 2000. We take great pride in the quality of the work we produce and go the extra mile to ensure quality and safety of the repair work on your vehicle. With over 40 years of experience, Philip Barrett and our staff will restore your vehicle to its pre-accident condition while working with your insurance provider and helping you every step of the way. Barrett Body Shop is a strong supporter of many churches, schools, and youth activities. We consider it an honor to give back to our community and maintain a relationship with our customers. Come and let us provide you with a free estimate today.
I'm Lacey Klontz with your WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95 Second News Update. 20-year-old Anne-Marie Curry was arrested Tuesday, March 26, for her involvement in a hit-and-run incident that left a 4-year-old injured. According to the Anniston police, a vehicle struck the child on McDaniel Avenue on Saturday, March 16th. The driver then fled the scene. The child was airlifted to a hospital and was treated for a broken leg. Curry has been charged with a felony hit and run. World Changers will be in Oxford July 23rd through 26th. Per their website, World Changers construction projects are mission trips designed specifically for student ministries eager to serve in the capacity of construction missions. World Changers partners with local city agencies and churches to mobilize volunteers needed to help them serve local residents. Participants spend a week serving on crews with students and adults from other churches, completing assignments ranging from painting and roofing to building handicap ramps, all to improve the quality of life for local residents. If you would like to get involved, pick up an application from Alan Atkinson at the Oxford City Clerk's office today, as it is the last day to apply. Tune in to WEAC TV24 tonight for more local news at 5. For WEAC TV24 and the Mountain 95.1, I'm Lacey Klontz.
Welcome back to Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings right here on WEAC TV24. It is March the 28th, 8:17 in the morning. We have Blake Lewis, the athletic director and head baseball coach at Gadsden State, Ryan Clark, the head softball coach at Gadsden State, and Bo Starkey with Average Joe's Sports Talk, and partnered right here on WEAC TV24. So I know we've touched on lots of things, and I've gotten to learn a lot this morning. So, and thanks, Bo, for sitting in with this. And I know sports kind of day would be your kind of day. One of the things that we've talked about is this amazing facility that is going to have a groundbreaking on April the 3rd, and that is on the George Wallace campus right there of Gadsden State. That groundbreaking, it is on April the 2nd at 3 p.m. So April the 2nd is the groundbreaking for the new baseball and softball complex, and that's located there at the Gadsden Sports Park behind Wallace Drive campus. The public is invited to attend this amazing groundbreaking. So let's talk about a few of the things that the complex will include. So we've got things like an entry concourse between the field, full synthetic fields and bullpens, LED lighting system, new scoreboards, dugouts that include locker rooms and restrooms for players, visitor dugouts with large field storage rooms, concession stands to accommodate both fields, multi-stall restrooms for spectators, elevated bleacher with 150 seating capacity, and a covered hitting facility with 3 synthetic turf hitting / pitching lanes. So coaches, how excited are you about this $1 million complex, this $10 million complex? And tell us about some of these highlights there, like the synthetic field, and what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, excited is, excuse me, probably an understatement. I mean, we so fortunate. We're very, very fortunate. Dr. Murphy has been such a important leader, in this project, and just not just with athletics, but with workforce development. And that new building that they have is incredible, and a lot of the building renovations that she's done. And if this complex, which I know it's going to be, if it comes out to be as nice as some of the other projects that she's had her hand in, it's going to be unbelievable. So we're super excited about that.
I know that's the plan, is for it to be unbelievable. It looks incredible, what I've seen from it, and all of these things that are highlighted. That's going to be really nice to have.
Well, I think it's really good for, obviously, us in recruiting. It's really good for our community and bringing folks from the outside areas to Gadsden. I think we're in a place to where it's a community that can handle the population, and I think there's people, surprisingly, the folks that I know that are from the Birmingham area, they're like, man, Gadsden's so nice, and they're waiting on us to really just boom as a community. And so this project certainly is going to help us bring in better players. Hopefully it creates a better fan experience so that everybody can come and enjoy games while we play, and it's certainly going to be first class. When you spend that kind of money, it's nothing but first class, so we're excited about it.
Yeah, and the city of Gadsden is also partnering with Gadsden State to pay for half of that pedestrian bridge and the parking. So there's going to be a nice bridge. There's going to be a lot of parking to accommodate those who want to attend games, and so that's a really big deal as well.
Yeah, the city has spent a lot of money upgrading some of the area down where our fields are going to be located anyway, and I think on top of our fields being the synthetic turf, having our logos out there, having a nice entryway when you walk in there. The additional parking that's needed down there is going to be a huge bonus. We're going to have a little bridge that kind of goes through the woods a little bit, that kind of opens up into that concourse. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be unique. We're right there on the water. There's just a lot of things that nobody else can take this blueprint and apply it to their campus with what all we have going on down there. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I know the community will be very supportive.
Yeah.
And people love going to baseball and softball games. Yes. There's just something really fun about it. There's always great food and fun, and you get to do those cheers, and it's a good time.
Yeah.
Even me, I mean, I'm not necessarily an athletic person, but I enjoy going to sporting events. I love going to baseball games and softball games. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to see the heart that these athletes put behind the game. It's a lot of fun to root for them and to see how excited they get.
To me, it always, symbolizes spring's here and summer's almost here.
Right.
And everybody's excited to get to go travel and watch baseball, and that's what I love. That's my pastime, and the off seasons to go hit as many MLB parks and just relax,
Yeah. Well, and the good thing here, you can come watch a game here, and in between games, you've got you'll have a view of the river right there, and obviously, anytime something's brand new is nice to just kind of observe and see everything, but just everything.
The 411 projects that's about to happen right there, so that whole look of the city is about to change on the other side of the water.
That's right. Yeah. And I think us open up that riverfront a little bit, just kind of promote that a little bit. It just gives a completely different fan experience that nobody else can really bring to that table, though. So we're going to take advantage of that. So I'm excited about that. Yeah. I think just in general, just the community, we're getting ready to do some other projects there on that riverfront, and that's going to just kind of tie everything back into just the college, but also the community, and so it's a really, really cool project that's about to happen, and with other things kind of coming behind it, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see this thing through.
It's going to make the recruiting trail for you two gentlemen a lot easier.
Yes.
You can just walk down there and say, look, who can show you this kind of view?
Right. Having that river too. On your downtime, you can go out and get on the river, go fishing, go water skiing, or just all kinds of fun things to do.
Well, the fan experience is such a big deal. It's a big deal for our players too, because the more people we have come out and support us, the more fun it is, which helps with recruiting. I mean, there's a lot of benefits that I believe is coming with this project. Yeah.
Besides the groundbreaking on April the 2nd, is there any important dates that you would like to share with our viewers that are upcoming?
I would just encourage all the viewers, if you have any interest in coming and watching our athletes and supporting our athletes, every one of our sports that we have, they're fun to come and watch. Yeah. I mean, from volleyball, basketball, softball, even the cross-country meets are are fun. You know, you think, well, how fun is watching somebody run? Well, I'm telling you, it's my first experience with cross country as an AD, and going and watching them run these races that are going to qualify for nationals, and watching these kids give their effort. It's incredible just being there to support them, and they appreciate that. And so anytime anybody wants to come and watch our teams play, I would really encourage you to come, because I think it is a completely different experience than what you really think once you're there.
Yeah.
But get online, go on our website. You know, there's a schedule. All of our schedules are up there. And just come and support, and you will be pleasantly surprised. You know, I'll mention our basketball team. Like 2 years ago, we had the leading scorer in the country.
Oh, wow.
There, and they had a great year this year, and so there's a lot of good sports and games that are being played up there, and if you haven't came to a game, you're missing out. That's for sure.
So put that on your to-do list.
Yeah.
And GadsdenState.edu is the website there that you can find all that information. You can also find contact information for both coaches here. So if you are interested in playing for them, or have a child that you want to put on their radar, whether as a coach or a parent, give them an email.
Yeah, we may not be able to respond to all of them because we get a bunch of them, but at least the more you can get names in front of us is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bo, what do you think?
Well, Coach, I can't let you get out of here without asking. You're widely known as the Pete Sampras of the pickleball circuit. So I got to ask him, I mean, where did that come from, Coach? And I've seen you and your wife have some battles across the street from my house. When did you pick that up, Coach?
Can you say that Pete Sampras thing again? Because if she's watching, you know, my wife and I are ultra competitive toward each other.
Yeah.
If you,
he's not joking.
No. And so I'm glad you gave the Pete Sampras. I think you acknowledged me there. So she'll want to play this afternoon.
No, she's going to go battle you today.
But you know, it's pickleball. It's probably going to be an NCAA sport within 5 years.
It's the fastest growing sport.
It is.
I had someone from pickleball come in on Monday, I think, as a guest. We talked all things pickleball.
Yeah,
they're actually putting them in schools now already.
Yeah, it's really good. You know, it's good for my knees, you know, because it's not full-blown tennis. But man, we get after it. It's a fun little community. I think being able to, it's helped us get involved in the community a lot more because we get to see all ages. My mother-in-law moved to Gadsden, and she's a big pickleball player, and probably the best for her age group. So it's but our household is super competitive. So if you really want to,
she's not gonna like that comment.
There's no price for admission to watch us get after it.
That's right.
So there's bragging rights.
We might have to go out with cameras and film a match.
When I do my ruck marches, I'll have my backpack on. They're probably not paying me no mind, but I'll go by there and they are going at it.
They're ready.
She may be the best pickleball player in Etowah County.
Yeah, she's pretty good.
I'll give her credit. Now she can't beat me, but she's probably the best.
That's two different levels, though, Coach. I mean, come on.
We need to see this. We need to go out.
That's what we need to see for sure.
Let's go film it. Well, coaches, thank you so much for spending your morning with us and visiting and letting us know about some really cool things that are going on there. And keep us posted and come back to visit, and we'll be keeping watch over all the things Gadsden State. And Bo, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. So, best wishes to both of you, and keep us posted. Come back and visit us again.
Thank you for having us.
We're looking forward to following the upcoming seasons. So.
Yeah, we're excited.
All right. Well, definitely make sure you check out GadsdenState.edu and check out those schedules. And as Coach Lewis said, please make sure to go out and support these athletes. It's so important, and it's such a great way to support the community. And also, again, put down on your calendar that April 2nd at 3 p.m. That's going to be the groundbreaking for that beautiful new sports complex there on the Wallace Drive campus in Gadsden. And again, you can find more information on that on GadsdenState.edu. We also want to remind you to download our WEAC TV24 app, where you can watch our live stream for free all day, every day. You were watching Ride and Shine Cruising Mornings, brought to you by Greenway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are here every weekday morning Monday through Friday. Tomorrow morning, we have Jackson Hodges with the City of Anniston coming in to talk about all the exciting things that are happening in that community. So make sure that you tune in with us tomorrow. We wish you all a wonderful day on this Thursday. We are on Thursday, March the 28th. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in.